Alright, wasting some time here with an update video. Man, sometimes I forget which update we're on. I'm pretty sure it's 6.2. It is 6.2. And yeah, so the main thing that happened would be the destroyer split. Let me check out the tech tree. The destroyer split on the Russian line. I don't have the Kobrovsky or the Grozovoy. So I can't really speak to those, but I have taken for a test drive at least the tier 9s, 8, and the 7. 6 and under, not, it's really where I like to play or have too much fun personally. Anyways, things I like about the update. We got free ships, we got a lot of money. I actually got like 24 million credits. That was pretty cool because I had the tier 5 through 9 Russian destroyers. So that was really a nice thing Wargaming did. One thing I'm not really happy about is, it's a complaint, which it can be fixed. It's just that, so I went from having an Udaloy with this captain, 18-point captain, good captain, to having an Udaloy, a 9-point captain. And that's really why I feel kind of lackluster about the about the Udaloy and the Ognivoy being changed. They're really just, they have crappy captains on them now. They're both 9-point captains, so it's not really too happy about that. Having a 9-point captain on a tier 9, tier 8, or even a tier 7 is just silly in my opinion. Tier 7, you should have a 14-point captain at least by then. Really not competitive having a 9-point captain. Anyway, slight complaint. Everything else I'm mostly happy with. The Anshan got a nice buff. I was pleased to see in the patch notes. Got a 200 damage per HE shell, so we're up to 1900. Pretty happy about that. That is what the Grimyashki has, so they did change the Grimyashki. One thing I did notice in the patch notes, it said that tier 5 and up Russian destroyers, except the Grimyashki, were given a buff to the HE damage to 1900 from 1700. I think Wargaming may have missed a thing here, because I didn't see it anywhere in patch notes. So, Udaloy, 1900, like they say. But you go to the Grozovoy, and it has 1800. I think they may have had some Wargaming math done, or somebody missed a digit maybe. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about the patch notes, and that kind of nerfs. It's okay. Really? it just... Here's the tier 10. It has less HE damage. Crappy range. It's 10.3 range. That's just silly, and you're supposed to get better torpedoes. It does have better torpedoes than most Russian destroyers. Well, all the other Russian destroyers, really. But it's not really that great. The Kebab's torpedoes weren't bad torpedoes. They could be surprising at times, but the stock range is... They're slow, but you can launch them. I played the Kobrovsky on my test account. People won't expect the 10k kilometer torpedoes from, or even the 8k that the Tashkent had, and the other one had, the Udaloy had. Oh well, I digress. Yeah, so I really like the Tashkent and what they did with it and the Kobrovsky. I haven't got that one on this account though. But if you go to, if I click the right thing, confidence would help. You get the heel on the Russian destroyer, which I think is really, I like it, but I think it's really a terrible idea just to do everything, like almost every class in the game, minus a carrier has a heel now. We have cruisers, battleships, and now destroyers that have the repair party consumable. I like it. Definitely makes it feel like the tier 9 main branch, I guess, of the Russian is a bit better at brawling. You can kind of get in there and mix it up a bit more, especially if you have 4 repairs. So it's not a lot of health that repairs, 98 a second. So over 28 seconds, you're gonna get 3,000, almost 2,000 health. Anyways, taking out 2 per second. I'm not gonna do the math right now. A decent chunk of health. That's enough to survive on, especially in a destroyer. Torpedoes. And not good torpedoes at tier 9. They can still be surprising. They're 8 kilometers. People still don't expect it. Detection range, stock. It's not stock right now. I have the upgrade for it, but I am pleased with the Tashkent. I wasn't upset with the how the Tashkent played when I had it at tier 8 originally. It was fairly easy to destroy to get through. And the Udaloy, I'm kind of like, you really need advanced firing training at this tier for the Russian destroyers, and it's stock. I had it upgraded. It's in stock. It's a crappy captain, so the entire experience is like, it's almost there. It could be fun after a bit of work, which is like fun after a bit of work just isn't fun. That's just my opinion. Anyways, and the Grozavoid doesn't look like a great tier 10. I'm probably going to take my time going through the Udaloy, even though I do have the paint on it. I'm probably just going to try to play it as the least amount of battles as possible until it's upgraded. So there's that. And I hope they fix the HE issue with the Grozavoid and bump it up to 19 instead of the 18 it has. The Kiev at tier 8. I don't think it's bad. I think it has the same problem I'm having with the Udaloy right now. It has a crappy captain in it. You really need advanced firing training at this tier. 12.3 range, not bad, but I mean, really tier 8, the Russian destroyer, you need to be out plus like 13 kilometers. 12, you're getting kind of close. A lot of cruisers can hit you. The Ognavoy, I don't know why it's here. It's like the weird person that shows up someplace and, hey, I'm here, and you're like, I have no idea why you're here. We're going to tolerate your presence, though. Obviously, it's not upgraded, so I do have to get this one upgraded. Kind of random, but hey, the Minsk and the other one's not too interested as far as my personal opinion, or even playing with it. But I'm really happy about the Anshan getting that nice buff. And moving on to the other changes, something I forgot to mention. So, woohoo, best thing ever happened. You can get defensive fire. I mean, it's a thing that happened. I guess it's worth mentioning. It's not really something that is even that viable, since the Grozavoy, they nerfed the AA on it anyways for the tier 10, so it's not even that great. They nerfed it from what they had it when they were testing. So it's about at the Grozavoy, it's about at the level that the gearing is at as far as going to AA build. So it's nothing special, but it's still pretty good. So there's that. You can do that if you want. Nice thing to note, if they ever get an actual carrier population back in the game, it plays a lot. Just go down to the some things I wanted to mention. Talk about the balance correction. The Indianapolis is getting a reload buff, and that's good. They buffed the side armor plating for the main locations for the Citadel on the Indianapolis. I don't have it. I just want to mention it to you folks who have that thing, so you can go and check it out. Hopefully it's pretty cool. The user interface, I'm going to show y'all a clip after I'm done talking, rambling on like a crazy man, of the modification in the setting I'm going to talk about right now. Added the option to display abbreviated ship names in the minimap. Can be enabled in the minimap settings, and only will function. Oh man, medication and me talking, they don't go together. And will only function when the alternative battle interface mode is on. So, about the setting where I'm going to show y'all in the first clip of gameplay. So you're going to need your controls. You're going to have the alternative battle interface on. Is important. I think this is a big thing. And I'm going to show you how to change the minimap, because I don't think some people miss it still for some reason. Not too interested in the maps, but I'm going to show y'all a clip of the Tashkent I had to where I got into a bit of a scuffle with a Fletcher and the Sims. I had fun, and I got to use, I think, all of my heals by the end of the battle, so that's pretty cool. They did take the a-holes off of the Fuso, New Mexico, and Colorado, so those won't be quite as painful and or brutal to grind through. Running through those myself, that's probably some of us who had the Fuso or the New Mexico one. That's probably why we got a bit extra compensation for running through those holes, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's about it for what's in the game I can talk about. Oh, actually, one last thing. No, wrong button. Correct button pushes is what I'm good at. Yeah. Go into the Hawaii port real quick. Excuse me while we load the port. They changed the port on the Hawaii. Supposedly improved it. Just take a look around. Yeah, looks like a port. There's some more buildings over here. Pretty cool. All right. Anyways, to the gameplay, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about on the mini map, and then we're going to see a ye old game in the Tashkent.
All right, and so the mini map. If you press Control, you can scroll over to that cogwheel, and you can click the ship names. I think that's really good thing to do. I also like the range numerical values, so you see how far you can shoot, when you're going to be spotted. Last known positions, obviously something you want checked on that also. I've run across a few people who didn't know about that yet, so if you don't, you can get all those fancy circles on the map to show you how far you can shoot. You can also press H. It gives you a press and hold H. Gives you a nice list of just interesting information, how you're spotting when you're on fire and all that stuff. And if you press Control and scroll over the bottom HEAP, torpedo, repair, smoke, speed boost icons, that you'll get some nice info there too. Anyways, just for folks who didn't know, and on to the battle with the Tashkent. And there's the Fletcher, there's the Sims. They're shooting at me like people tend to do in World of Warships, and here I am like, yeah, I don't want to be targeted by this many people. Anyways, get some distance, focusing on maneuvering, trying not to run into islands, and let these two players have the beans. One thing I didn't mention is the Udaloy got a nerf to its fire rate, and the Tashkent obviously got a nice buff. So with upgrades, the rate of fire now with the 12% increased fire rate is 4 seconds on the Tashkent and 4.5 on the Udaloy. So a bit of a change there. Not great, not bad. A bit of a trade-off. And this Fletcher captain, I don't know what he was doing, but good shot he was not, and got some good damage into him. And it's just really easy to hit ships with that was a complete miss, but to hit things with these Russian guns. Looking for maybe some torpedo solution. Nothing there. Just keep on brawling with guy. And I did use my repair. I was expecting them to hit me more, so I did use it in the middle of battle, and I did waste about half of it. I was expecting more damage. Happy not to take more, but hey. I can really see that being a thing. I mean, it does give you almost 100 health a second for 28 seconds. If you put on the 20% flag, I mean, you're looking at 118 health or so, 119 health a second. So that's pretty good. And I can really something that that can sustain you in a battle. And I mean the difference between winning or losing, especially engagements with other destroyers when your health pool is not that big. 3,000 extra health over 28 seconds. That's about the time of engagement, and come out looking ragged on one end, or come out looking pretty good. Anyway, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to be running that. I would say it's a selfish option, running the repair and not having smoke. I didn't really use smoke a lot with the Udaloy when it was at tier 9. I gave it to my my friendlies most of the time if I was passing by, because I didn't sit and stop in it. I just sped around like a maniac and tried to kill everything. Looking for these guys, and I'm spotted. That is the Sims, kind of loitering, not in the best place for him to be. He could have been a bit closer up, but man, at these guns, accuracy. This Sim, he's a bit better shot than the Fletcher, so far anyways. Getting some nice hits into him, nice penetration damage, and that's it's gonna be all she wrote for this Sims in a moment. I think I probably need to, there we go. Sims is down. And friendly Fletcher, and using that the heal. So that's pretty nice. Fletcher, this isn't going to take too long to take care of this guy. Oh well. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I will be putting a video out tomorrow of Sid Meier's Pirates. I saw it was on sale on Steam for $2.50, so a bit of Throwback Thursday. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think of the new update. See y'all in the next one.